This is my first time on Reddit. I'll be 75 this July and I've seen a lot of things. I wanted to share my story with the younger generation before I die, quite frankly. I have lung cancer and I don't expect to be around much longer, so this information needs to get out there. I got married when I was 18 in 1964. It feels like I'm not even the same person anymore. I used to be in good physical shape, and now I'm stuck in a wheelchair. My wife and I both had to work full-time since I didn't have the income to support both of us. I worked in construction and she cleaned hotel rooms. We never had any kids, and we still had time to ourselves on the weekends. I don't think we ever argued, but this was so long ago I'm losing details. And we didn't have any issues getting along. Over the years I started to make more money and she was able to quit her job and stay at home. I would work longer nights though, and our marriage turned more into friendship, honestly. We rarely had time, and although I still loved her, I felt like it was different. We didn't spend enough time together towards the end. I take the blame for leading us down the wrong road with my job. As you will read later on, this wasn't the only issue, but still I should have addressed this situation while I still could have. One night I get back from work and at first everything seems normal. Dinner was ready and we had the TV set to baseball, my favorite back in the day. I talked to her in the kitchen for a little and went to my room to change out of my work clothes. When I went in there, I found a box of condoms on my nightstand. I started to panic because I had a vasectomy years before this and never used condoms. I immediately asked my wife about them and she couldn't think of an explanation in time. She started crying and came clean about the cheating. She invited her friend from work over for time while I was out and apparently forgot to get rid of the condoms. I'm not ashamed to admit I was crying as well after hearing that. I tried to find out why she did this and she said she just wasn't attracted to me, was lonely, and never enjoyed our time. I didn't know what to say and ended up leaving. We got divorced after 19 years of being married. In my 40s I was a disaster. I lost all confidence and motivation to go on. I started drinking and eventually became an alcoholic. It took me until my 60s to kick this habit. I couldn't look myself in the mirror while thinking I was a failure of a man. I wanted to date again, but I just thought the same would happen again. It never occurred to me that I was bad in bed and I really didn't have any good answers. My skin started to wrinkle a bit, especially on the back of my legs, but I took pride in maintaining my figure for a while, and when I had time during our marriage I swear she enjoyed it. I used cock rings to maintain erections and I could always orgasm extra hard, which was a fetish of hers. If I tried my best, by definition I couldn't do anything else. As time went by though, I started to think about the idea that at an older age time wasn't too important, and about 5 years ago I started dating again. We don't have an active time life, but she assured me that there was nothing wrong with me. I remarried last year, which made me so happy, but unfortunately that's when I got my cancer diagnosis. Since then I've lost a lot of energy and my new wife is the only one that keeps me going. We are trying chemo, but the future looks bleak. In my remaining days I want to share some knowledge I've collected over the years to make the world a better place. My mental abilities are also slowly waning, so I need to do this before it's too late. I hope all reading this can learn something from me to make their life better. Comment 1. First of, don't ever think it was your fault. Women will look for millions of excuses to justify cheating. It could be, you were wearing gray that day, that's why I cheated. You just pray to whoever you believe and enjoy everything you desire in food and shows. You're my hero. Comment 2. Perhaps society has it right and you are the one with a screw loose. Seek some mental help and perhaps take a course in English that would teach punctuation so you don't come across as a ranting lunatic. Comment 3. You must have had something very bad happen to you to become so negative. You clearly do not understand what love is and how it differs from pure lust. I may look at a beautiful woman and have some thoughts, but would not physically follow through. Why? Because I love my wife. If you would not do it with their knowledge, then you shouldn't without. That is called having a conscience. You sound angry at the world because you have not yet found what you are trashing. Also, learn how to punctuate. Comment 4. Thanks for sharing. I don't generally read the long posts, but you had something to say, and I think you said it pretty well, even if you did talk about cock rings. I can relate to marriage becoming a friendship. I hope we can address the issue before it comes to sneaking around. You take care. Comment 5. Thank you for sharing and God bless you. I only wished I had someone by my side. While going through chemo. Unfortunately I'm in stage 4 now. My fiancé left me cause he said I pushed him to the point. Well, long story short, I started hearing rumors about him and some girl. It started with a female who work at Comment Sent. On 3 different visits to the store whenever me and my fiancé would go in she got a attitude. N was rude, kept giving my fiancé rude looks. So by the 3rd time something on my gut said something going on. So I went down and asked her. Woman to woman. Is there something she wants to say to me? Well, she didn't just come out and say it, but she hinted to it. I went home, confront him, and he blew up on my face. Tell me it was my fault. She have not said something, just believe him. I said nah, I've had 2 marriage go down like this and I keep quiet, not this time. From that moment on I kept hearing rumors from different people. Describe the same girl. But anyway, I don't need a confession cause this happened in June 2020 and yet it's still being said in my gut. Comment 6. Really, sad your story, how bad you got depressed, you fell into the trap of the old story, that you do not make me happy in bed, there were more places like this, to help you get out of your depression, what well, thank God, today you have a partner, to support you. And that she belonged to your ex, and your children, imagine me, that they are with you supporting you. May God sell you and you can come out of this test with flying colors, a hug. Comment 7. Your long ex-wife haunted you longer with her foul idea of love and contentment. She was a self-centered, selfish person and you finally found someone worth spending the rest of your life with. If your ex is still alive, send a teaser of fake life insurance beneficiary paperwork notice. Even though it has been nearly 48 years since you cut that life-drain person that you mistook as loving. She stayed at home to keep using your money to buy the condoms for her affairs. She had you happily pushing yourself to please her, but she cared so little for you she preferred to leave you working and alone, unsatisfied as timely. She obviously wasn't willing to do the same for you. Do whatever you think may give you comfort and keep fighting the illness. You may even get another 19-year marriage, but this time with a loving wife instead of just a lusting one. Comment 8. Thank you for sharing. THR lesson I take is that one is first to be forgiving and kind to oneself. Not everything happens because of how you are, life just throws you down sometimes. I think you have to remember the good memories in life and enjoy the simple moments, coffee in the morning, tea in the afternoon, a nice walk. Also, even if someone had harmed you, forgive them will free you to a liberation you never had before. Good luck with the chemo. How did the life of your ex progress after you separated? Comment 9. Thanks for sharing this, and it's a tearjerker, but it's the sad truth of all relationships in life. We were never created to be able to stay faithful to one person, as we are made to lust for others no matter who you are with. Your willpower to resist the natural desire of lust for others will make one cheat, and that's society's narcissistic way of trying to control people, and it will never happen no matter how much someone has grown close to someone in love. And because of the sin of pride and the sin of judgment in society, then happy families throw everything away and walk away from their best friend and love in their life. This way of society trying to control people, it does nothing but make people lie, hide things and be sneaky, because that person can't control their natural desire of lust but can't talk to their partner in love about it in fear of losing them. When you really love someone, you should support them no matter what it is they need or want to do, and your love should want to make their partner in love to be happy and vice versa. Image how many people would still be together happy and live their lives out together, and all the people that would have never committed suicide if they would have ignored the ways of society. And more people need to live their life the way they want to live it and not give a shit about those controlling, selfish, greedy people, because they are not God as they would like to be. But everything you do and want in your life is your God-given right to be happy and feeling good through your life and not depressed and hate life as society makes everyone. Nobody has ever listened to someone else and liked the same thing that person likes or enjoys. You like what you like and you do what feels good and happy, no matter if it's time, drug, food, etc. But this is sad, and I'm glad God granted you happiness as He knew you were going soon. So don't be scared of dying, because the soul never dies and we are only using the body that we are in. You will leave your body as soon as your body is not usable any longer, and your soul will rise up out of it, and you will be confused seeing yourself, and as you realize that you have left your body, you will gain a calm and then see old friends and family that have passed in your life, and you will feel free and happy from all the stresses and pain in the life you were living, and eventually you will pick a couple and enter your soul to start your next life, because the soul never dies. Comment 10. Perhaps you feel people were not created to be monogamous because either you are a cheater or have been cheated upon. True, cheating is all too prevalent, but the fact is there are more faithful people than cheaters. I have been married 44 years and together for 50. Since I was 17 and she was 16. Neither have ever been unfaithful and never will. I cannot imagine life without her and would never consider anything that could jeopardize our relationship or hurt her in any way. We are not a rarity and know many more with the same moral values. That is attainable for you if you don't settle for less and are prepared to be faithful and kind. Comment 11. As a person who spent 2 to 3 years being there for someone as they fought, and lost, against cancer, I would do it all over again in a heartbeat. She was my best friend. I'm grateful my husband supported all the time I spent in and out of the hospital with her. On your down days, keep in mind there is no place your new wife would rather be than by your side. No matter what trials cancer throws at you. Don't try to push her away for her sake. Or so she doesn't remember you like that. Best of luck. I hope you have a long time to pass your wisdom down to us youngins. Comment 12. You never had kids, but you seem to have won some hearts here. We live, we love, and hopefully we learn something along the way. It sure sounds like you did all of these things. I'm sorry about your diagnosis. I hope you're able to benefit from some newer treatments coming. We don't get a rule book, and it seems like we get smart about life just before it ends. You're a good man, up. Give your wife a hug from Reddit. We love you, man. Comment 13. Wealth and time alone cannot keep a woman. It doesn't matter who you are and what you do once a woman doesn't have that freedom she wants. She starts to lose interest and like a dog get bored easily looking for another option, even if it's not an option that is worth taking up. They will just take whatever and apologize later. You have to live with or you let them go. Either way, they are always ready to begin a new journey with some other jerk who has some money, good time and attention to offer. Comment 14. It's a shame no one told you years ago, but she used the classic manipulation technique of deflection. When someone is caught red-handed, they instead find a way to blame or diminish the empathetic person who cares. By doing so, she makes it not about her anymore. Instead of you being in the mindset to make her face her consequences, she retains power over you by making you feel like shit. I don't know if it will give you closure, but please find justice for yourself before it's too late. Best wishes to you, sir. Comment 15. Seeing this lonely, cheating theme a lot with stay-at-home wives. It can happen to stay-at-home moms too, but with wives the boredom and loneliness seem to happen more. You could make work with someone to record/transcribe your thoughts and release something. Wishing you good health. Thanks you for watching. Everyday new movies. See you soon.